Number one, we did talk about a lot of things at that place. I went to a psychic medium, right? Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. I went here, right? Stay with me. Stay with me. I went here. I called them while I was at work. It was like, what, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time? 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I called them on my cell phone, the other phone, on the 417 number that you guys know, which is the one that I used because I don't have a phone, didn't have a phone. I called them. I told them, hey, I might stop by. What time? Originally, they told me we close at 7. Then the app told me someone's intercepting the call. So that's when these people told them, stay open later. Even though they're really open till like 12 a.m. Anyways, we all know who I'm talking about. Intercepting the calls. Okay, so these people tell this person who they didn't even speak to before. But because I went there and they're always trailing, they just want to be on stupid shit. So they told her, no, get him to come in. So I go, once again, here. And I went in like this, COVID. They don't care about the masks. They said, take your head off, take your glasses off. So they just had me like, fully, I would say like this, and I've made videos like this. You guys know how I look. Except that was inside of a room where I was left by myself for like 15 minutes. I can't tell how long. Then they had me put both of my hands with, let me say my imprint, my fingerprints, my detail, my swirls on a stone that was basically like this big, right? That big. If I were any other person, I'd think nothing of it. If I were an idiot, I'd think nothing of it, right? But they had me put both of my hands on there. And I cleaned it off because first and foremost, that's some stupid shit. That's how stupid shit happens. So I cleaned it off. Keep in mind, every job and every license that I've applied for have checked my fingerprints and they're clean. For fuck's sake, that's how I got a job. They do a background check. Anyways, so now when I went there today, they were very focused on me having my fingerprints and hands on that stone. Cleaned it off. Of course, I'm not an idiot. Knowing the type of interception that was going on prior to getting to that place, these people had like, and look, even 3 minutes ago, bro, 3 minutes ago, they were already intercepting this shit. So knowing the fact that these people had let's see, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, about 2 to 3 hours of time to get there and make everything seem as normal as possible. If I were them, bug the room and have a wire and a camera or some shit, thinking reasonably, they would do that. Because I was at my job. They were anywhere. They don't do anything. They just go to these places, right? And then the surveillance trucks you also. But anyways, it got interesting when I started telling them about the situation that you all know. And that's when they started becoming more interested in that situation. Anyways, they told me, come back, but the next time you do, leave your hands on the stone. Don't remove it. We basically telling me we want to get your fingerprints. And they gave me this. They gave me a few other things. I'm not new to the con game, and I certainly am not new to the corruption schemes. So that's where I was from, like, I'm going to say 9:20 p.m. Central Standard Time to 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I was there, and there's a traffic light cam that can vouch for that, and I recorded it too. So this is where I was. I mean, I explained the case to her too. I explained, my workers' comp claim. I explained other situations. So at the very least, if it was a bugged place, they had to have taken into account every single thing. Next time I go, I'm going to give them all the names of all these corrupt individuals. And let's hope it's bugged. So, in a nutshell, went to a psychic. No doubt they scammed. Or, who knows? I'm not a professional. Number 2, this was on the fritz every time I was there. I even got a danger message because people were intercepting it. Number 3, They were focused on my prints. Number 4, they had me remove everything so you could see my beautiful mug. Number 5, they had a Forever 21 bag, just like this one. I don't know if that's just coincidence. I'm hoping that one was coincidence. But the fact that the interceptions are always an ongoing thing is really starting to piss me off. Oh, and get this. You saw the situation with the work thing? I'm 100% clean. I've been tested for everything known to man. I have no STDs as of October. And I did that test kit at home. You've all seen. So if this guy, was flirting by sticking a fucking needle in me, I'm not going with it. Okay? I'm not going with it. You all saw what happened in the summer, that poisoning attempt. Do I have to get any more explicit with you guys? They dislike me in Chicago. And they know I'm a journalist. The name of the game is they're trying to eliminate me by any means possible. They're trying to just run a type of counter intel operation, and they're running intelligence. And it's not the military, and it's not these other federal departments. It's the corrupt police department, and of course 100% criminal organizations that run Chicago. That's it. I have nothing else to say. They can go anywhere. They wiretap, eavesdrop everything. That's it. Anthony Brito. 10:40, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, November 30, 2020. And I was asked to write another report today because apparently when after talking to my coworkers and telling them the situation, and basically they were there on the days of, telling them what happened, they said, yeah, no, dude, you're not in the wrong. If somebody does that shit, I'll knock their ass out. If somebody does that shit, because there's no telling. I don't know that person, they don't know you. And of course, so they had me write a statement because apparently when I went to talk to the guy who did this to me, very deep, right? He basically said, he accepted the invitation to talk, first and foremost, and we have a security camera, and we had witnesses there working. So try that again, pal. He accepted the invitation to talk. I didn't force him to talk. He willingly spoke to me. I said, what you did to me, was it on purpose or an incident? He walked into that. He said, oh, no, it was on accident. And then I said, do you know what I'm talking about, right? He said, no, what are you talking about? How are you going to say it was on accident, but then no, I don't know what you're talking about? He walked into that. First and foremost, if I get anything, it's on you, Ricardo Cruz. If I get anything, it's on you. And the store's going to cover your ass, right? Think again. Anyways, they had me write a statement because apparently somewhere down the line, I have great concern for my health. I asked him, okay, dude, so why'd you stab me? And what was the main purpose of it? And even my manager said, I never said this in the statement. I took pictures of the statement. But even my manager said, you're claiming that he pricked himself and then pricked you? I didn't say that in the statement. You brought it up, Melissa. You brought it up. If that is your real name, if you guys go by other names. I wrote what I wrote in the statement, and I have a copy of it. You put that in your own mouth, in your own words, okay? And as for Ricardo, your statement, you willingly accepted to talk. You can't be that open about your sexuality and say, I have hoes, I do this and that. If it's a joke, who says that as a joke? And then when I ask you the simple fact of, okay, why did you prick me? Are you clean? This is causing me great concern. How do you get offended by that? You know who gets offended? A person who has something to hide. Because I'll show you all my medical records and I'll show you all the tests that I passed and I'm negative on every single level. So let's keep a time span. Since the 24th, if I develop anything, we'll know. And there are witnesses, okay? So try that again.